Hello and welcome back. So now we need to display the test here that we got. Now instead of going through all the hassle of displaying it here, we already do have a display here on marked, which is exactly like this. So we just need to copy this and use it all the way here. So let's see what's being used in the profile page. So if the tab, let's go to profile view. Let's follow it down here, and if the tab is tests, we are looking at profile tab tests, so profile tab tests inc, and in here it shows tests, right? So tests, where are you? Tests inc, and in here what are we looking at? So we're looking at test name, and there's a for each loop. Okay, so it seems we are including a tests file. Now let's look at marked instead. What does it have? So I'm going to go to marked inc, and it's kind of similar to the other one, though a few differences. So all we need to do is change it to marked. So let me go back to profile tab here. So instead of tests here, this is profile tab test inc. Let me try and change this to marked. Let's see what we get. Okay, and just like that, the information is complete. Okay, so we have a score, we have answered, nice. And if I click view test, then I see the test here. Very cool. If I come back, this is what I see. So if I click here, I need to be able to go to either the class and the class or the student. So these should be links. That would be better. And then also there should be a link here to go to this user. So anything that's linkable, we should link it so that it's easy to navigate through these things. So but first let me test how this looks like on a different student's page. Okay, so it's that simple. No tests were found. Unfortunately with marked, let's look at marked inc. Where is that? Marked inc. At this point, this part is missing a few of these, so let me just put 10 here. I don't like the way the text is on one side like this, so let me refresh, and now it's centered. Okay, so that's better. So let me undo, go back, not undo. And so here on marked single, what we need to look for is this link, this and that and this. So let's do that real quick. So marked single, where are you? Marked single inc, that's what I'm looking for. And no, actually it's marked single view. So we have username, which is right here, class and student. So right here all we need to do is put some A tags and we are good. So I want to put the A tag on the name itself like this. So let me move these guys so that we are a little bit more organized. And let's do the same here on this name. Let's move that. Let's move this. So let's make sure we haven't queued anything. Okay, cool. Now all we need to do is add some A tags. So let's add an A tag here. Opening and closing. So push that inward. Paste. Push that in. Let's refresh. Okay, at least we have a link. That's cool. Now, first of all, obviously, we need to put our root. And then slash. This one should go to a class. So it's single class. Or something. But let's do something that's more familiar, which is the profile. Let me copy this. move that here. So this one goes to profile and then slash, and then I get to get this. Instead of first name though, I will put user ID underscore ID, like that. Okay, so let's refresh. So now if I click here, I get to now since this is a test, I know it's better we go to the test tab. So I'll put a question mark there and say tab is equal to tests. So if I refresh and click this, we go to the tests tab. Okay, good. Now the second class itself, let me go to classes and let's see how classes are viewed. This is single class and then the class ID. Okay, and then we want to see the students. Maybe it's the tests we want to see. Then we can do tab is equal to tests as well. But yeah, depending on what you want, so that's okay. Let's go back. So it's single class, that was okay. Let's do a slash, and then I'm going to copy this whole thing. And then here I'll do class underscore ID. Now if we want a particular tab, we can say tab is equal to students, for example. So let's refresh and click there, and there we go. So this is the class itself. So it's up to you. If you want to take them to a particular tab, you can do the same thing. Let's finally do this one right here, created by. Okay, this one will have a similar link as this one. So let's go to, let's see here, created by, and this is the first name and last name. So right here, what I will do is move this inward and move that, move this. Oops, what am I doing? Oh, sorry about that. All right, so all I need to do now is paste that A tag and close it over here. Now profile, and then I'll use row user instead of first name here. Let me paste that here. It's going to be user ID. And then the tab though, instead of tests, let me save this though, and let's refresh. So if I click on this, it comes to tests, but that's not important. Oh, so here is a slight problem that we've created for ourselves. So here, yeah, this is an issue here a little bit. So here what's happening is that the tests here, it would be better if we show the tests that the lecturer created on this situation here instead of the tests that they wrote. So we should have put an if statement instead. So if I go back to profile though, it should be a balance here between when it's a lecturer, we should use this code right here to show our content, but when it's a student, we should use this code right here. But let's see if we can add an if statement here to fix this problem. So I want to move this code up here. I forgot that we have lecturers here with profiles as well, so it's better to show the tests that they created instead. So what I will do here is just check to see if I am a lecturer or I am a student, and for now, let me use student. So if I am not a student, where is authentication here? Where is that old thing? Okay, so there it is. So let me copy this. Reception profile on. Okay, so this is all good. But right here, I want to put a question and paste. So if access, if not, so let's put not, and then let's put student here. So anything but student. So if not student, let's move this out. So if you're not a student, it's going to go through all of this up to here. So let me tab this in and replace this one with a closing tag like that. Okay. And then if you are a student, there will be an else statement, and all this should go in there. So I'm going to move this, all of this, including this part, and close that. But then I need that here as well. Okay, so the end result is that we need data to have test rows, just like we have here. Now, if this is the case, we should display a different view, because right now, if I try to refresh here, wait a second, what's happening? Okay, so we need to check not who is logged in, but who the actual person here we are viewing is. So I'm going to go here again to access. Instead of this, I'm going to have to check the row itself. So I'm going to copy this and say if row what are we using? Are we using rank? Yes, I think that's rank is equal to student is not equal to student, like this. And let's try this again. Okay, so we are missing a bracket. Let me remove one of the brackets here, and let's refresh. Alrighty then. Let me go back to users here. Let's see if I'm correct that this is rank. Okay, we are using rank, so that's all right. So let me copy this again. Okay, so test rows, test data. So let me just echo here, just so I know we are passing through this section at this point. So refresh, and there it is. So it's working actually. So we'll go through this code again just to refine it so that we see that it's doing what it's supposed to do. But for now, we just want to preserve it. And then if I go to profile test tab, this part right here, profile tab test inc, let me duplicate this. And one of these should show a different thing. So I'm going to do a PHP again, and then close it here. All right, so let me move these inward. Let me close my end if statement and copy this and do an else as usual. Okay, so if the rank of the row is a student, oops, then we show tests. No, we show marked. And then if it's not a student, we show tests. So in this case, we shouldn't see all this marked by, we should see a different thing here. Okay, so we see the original that was here. Let's go back to tests inc as well. I just want to change this to 10 so that this text is in the center. Okay, cool. So far so good. We just need to make it so that it can show us the tests that this user created, because right now clearly it's not showing us that, but at least we are closely almost there. All right, so hopefully that wasn't too confusing. Let me click here. Let's see that. Let's go to this test was created by this one, so at least we should see a test there when we click, right? And this guy, at least we see what they wrote and we can see the test. We are back here. We can go to a particular class from there. All right, so far so good. We just need to finish up on this part here and we should be good to go. And before that, let's see here. Yes, students. Okay, back to profile. Okay. All right, so we have a little bit to clean up here as well, but otherwise things are good. All right, so I'll see you in the next video.